Okay, here I am. Everyone, welcome to an awesome day of FileMaker training. I'm Richard Carlton, creator of FMTrain.tv, where every day is, well, most every day. There's some days that it just sucks. But for most of us, most days is great to learn about the Claris FileMaker platform. Today is Nick. Nick, are you there? Where is
I
Nick?
am.
All right, Nick. Nick? What are we? Okay, let me go by always what I say to people. Nick, why are you here? What are we doing? And why should I give a
I don't know.
You don't
No,
know?
yeah. What we do, because you want to learn something. That's why you come here. You want to
Well,
see
I know.
goodness. You
You want
want
to
to
see
see the good
goodness?
thing. So no, it's today. I don't know. It's extra day. So yesterday I took my time, and so today I can continue and show you some performs on server. Perform suite on server stuff, and about how to delete stuff with the related records. And maybe we have some question from yesterday, Marge. I think you told me so yesterday, so we can start with this, right?
I think so. Let me double check. Maybe I was hallucinating.
Ah,
Uh, I don't.
no, no question. Okay.
I don't think so because I think we had questions the day before which you answered. Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay. Cool. Anyway, so today we continue this relationships webinar, and then we can have some open Q&A if you want, and I can show whatever people want me to show. But first,
hmm
yesterday, remember I showed you this deletion, what I call remote deletion. I call that way, remote deletion.
yes,
Okay, remote deletion, and so this is how I call that, right? So that means you have a table where you're going to put whatever you want using IDs, and by deleting a record in that table, then you remotely, right, delete records using relationship. And I show you that relationship can be quite uh, powerful to select and do the deletion like very, very precise, right? Um, because it's hard sometimes to get records we're using perform find, especially when you want to select some records from your font set, right? So you don't want all the font set, you want to select some record from the font set, and perform find is not strong enough, like to do what I was doing yesterday, which is, let's say you want to select this, and this, you want to delete those three selected projects, right? So if you want to do the same thing with perform find, how you do? You can't, right? Because perform find, it doesn't allow you to search with multiple values like this, right? It doesn't allow you. I can perform find one project at a time and delete it, but I cannot do three like that at one time, you know? Otherwise, you need to do like a loop, complicated loop, right? So something like this, right? So let's say I have three, right? Let's say I want to do that with perform find. I want to show you the different, right? So I have this delete project script here, right? Which is pretty simple, right? So let's say I want to do that with perform find, okay? So I have my accounts and I have my projects, right? So we delete all this, right? And we go to layout, right? So I go to my layout project because this is what I want to delete. And then here I have one ID, but here I can have X IDs. I don't know how many IDs I will have. I can have 2, 3, 10, 15, I don't know. It's not predictable. So what I need to know, I need to count how many values I have here, right? So you need to do this, you know, and you need to do a value count. Oops. You need to do a value count. and I'm going to count the value of this list. So how many values I'm going to select here. Here I have free, so this will be free. Now that I'm here, I need to do a loop, right? And I need to do a counter, right? And the counter is itself plus 1, right? Right? So here I have the counter. I need to set a variable with the current project ID. So what this do? For the counter number 1, let's say I have 3 values here, right? In this, if this is 1, I want the first value. When the loop continues, that will set that to 2. I'm going to take the second value, etc., right? So if the get value of the list of project ID selected by the counter. Get value list of, okay. Now that I have this, I can do my perform find. Perform find, and I say in projects, I need to look for this account, right? And for this current project. Okay. And then delete the record. And then I'm exiting the loop if the counter equal the value count, right? So I'm getting there, this. If the first it counts, so I'm going to the project, it said this 1, I'm getting the first value of this list. I use this project. Oh, I have a typo here. Okay. I use this project, right? To perform, I delete, I go, I go, like this, right? But this is very monolithic, right? To do. This here, right? It's okay. I didn't add those, and so I need to clear this. I need to add those things. So, and I commit the record and don't need to delete this, and I go. Don't this, I go there, right? So, but you don't have the flexibility that you can have when you use the relationship to delete a thing like this, right? Especially when you start to have predictable, when you want to control the kind of a filtering in the middle, right? So did you get the difference here between those two, right? So I want to show you the alternative with the perform find, right? But this is very slow, by the way.
We have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you tag the found set? Question mark.
Because you don't. Okay, let's say you have 15 people in your you have 15 people in your network, and you tag the records. That means this record will be tagged for everybody. So let's say somebody tag the same records at the same time. So you have a conflict. The record could be busy and you cannot tag it. So for example, if I'm editing this project training program 27, I'm editing it, and you decide to delete it and you want to tag it for deletion, it will say, no, the record is busy. So this is not a good practice at all. No, it's not. Because you are actually you need to edit a record. So you edit the record. Here I don't edit the record. I just select the ID and I go and I delete. Right. So when you are on a server, you don't tick with like a checkbox here. You don't do that. You don't. And it's slow because you need to click here. I don't do a modification. I don't modify the record. I don't have any set field and stuff like this here. I don't. I'm doing variable. I'm setting variable. I don't do set fields. Right? And if the field is set for, let's say, for deletion, and somebody else do the same, let's say you have another person, right? And he's going here and he's selecting his stuff, right? Well, if the guy is like this, he's selected and you decide to delete those, right? Well, you do deleting yours, you're going to delete his. Of course, because if you say, okay, oh, look for that tag, this will be tagged. So in that case, you need to take care of which person has tagged the record and look for only your record. It's a mess. I tried those things, I was doing that a long time ago, like 25 years ago. I was doing that, but not anymore because it doesn't work well. Right?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Let me know if that answered your question or not. They're on Twitch, so they're on a bit of a 90-second delay.
Delay. Okay, so do we have another question or other concern, something you want to talk about?
Questions, comments, concerns, everybody? Something you want to see Nick do? Something you saw in
Yeah, okay. So what do people think about?
yes.
What I want to show you is how to make these scripts,
Mm-hmm.
this deletion script on server.
Ooh.
Right?
Yes.
So this is where we've performed find. Okay. So I want to do this on server. What's the benefits of doing this on server? Right? It's like you don't leave. You don't have this go to layout, go to original. You don't. So this is how you do. Transform this in Perform Suite on server. I duplicate this and I call it pesos. Okay. So what do pesos do? I'm collecting the iCount ID, get value of the get script parameter. I want the first value of the script parameter. Okay. Then this can be many values. Okay. So this is always one, this one is always one. This one can be 1, 2, 15, 20, I don't know. Okay. So you say middle values of the script parameter. You start with value 2 and you get whatever value you want. 1 million value. So that means the value 1, right? So this how this works. Okay. Let's say you have your parameter. Parameter is where's my equal? A list 1, 2, 3, 4. Or let's say we have A 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my parameters, okay? And then I say, okay, remember I said get value of my parameter. I said 1, right? Let parameter 1 list A 4. Why is that table missing? Oh, yeah. So from my list, this is my list. This is my list. This is my list. And I got the first value, correct? And then I say, right, that's my parameters. I want the first, and then I said middle value of my parameters, starting with the value 2, and I say 99999. So what happened here? I got the first, the A, and then I say, yeah, but let's put a second one. I put my A, and then my 1, 2, 3, 4. So but I start from the second value because the A, I don't want the A, okay? The A is here. So from this list here, I want to start from the second and whatever after that, you know? So doing this, I can separate my parameter here. Here, I want the first value, and here I want from the second, whatever after that, okay? I don't need a freeze window because this will happen on server. I go to the layout I want to go, right? I do that, I do my new request on server, right? And I put those two here on server, right? I don't need that. And then I do my deletion, okay? I don't need that, I don't need that. So I need this. I do the commit. I don't really need a commit there because I don't need all of this. I need the delete records, that's it, right? So I go, I do my new, yeah, I need a commit. Commit the record because I'm setting those two fields, commit and I delete. This is what the pieces will do, okay? Now, here, I don't need this, right? I do need those, but I'm losing. That's a way I can get this, but I'm losing the list here, you know, because I don't get the list, right? I mean I could make it working, but you know, because actually I can make it working this, right? I will later. Okay? So if it's 2, that means if you say you don't want 2, you alt. Otherwise, sorry, you perform script on server. You look for the pieces and you send those 2. Sorry. Okay. You send those 2. To send 2 like this, what I'm doing here, I'm setting a new variable. I call parameters. And I say it's a list of this and this. So you have one variable that combine both. And then you send this here. I'm going to show you why. Okay. Okay. When it's done, right? You set this, and that's it. Right? Because so the reason is why I'm doing this and why I'm not putting this calc here directly, right? Well, when you debug, so let's say I'm selecting those three, right? When you debug your scripts, right? So you have those two, you say delete, you say okay, right? And here now, I see what I'm sending to the scripts. I can see what I'm sending. I have 4 IDs, right? 4. Why? I have one for the accounts and one for the project. But here, you see them separated. Here, I can see them together. So I can assess and make sure that the script is receiving the right information. So it's for debug purposes. It doesn't make any difference if you put this calculation here list inside this calculation here in the parameters. It doesn't make any difference, okay, in terms of performance, but in terms of visibility, right? When you debug, because this is simple, but sometimes you have more complex stuff. And sometimes you say, oh, okay, how I'm using this. I'm saying, okay, I say, okay, I should receive 4 IDs in my parameters, right? And I don't know why I receive 3 or 5. I have one more, and I have to figure out why. That means something wrong. If you say, oh, I need 4 and you have 5 or you have 3, that's something wrong. Okay, so here you have a good understanding of what happened during the script. Okay, so now I'm going to do it again. Okay, so I'm selecting this and this and this. Okay, so I'm going to, because I actually deleted the script. So I'm going to delete those projects. Do you want to delete? Yes. I have my parameters, and I'm sending that on the scripts on the server. Okay. So now, how can I debug a PSOS? Because the debugger here, I click here, and when you come here, well, it stops showing you because it happened on server. So you can debug this if we said this, right? And then this, but I have no idea. Obviously it worked, and instantly you can see it deleted instantly, but I have no idea what happened. Other reason why I'm using parameters, a variable for this. The reason is how to debug this. This script here lands in the layout 28. Okay, the PSOS. So I'm going to do a new window that goes to the layout 28. New window. Then I perform scripts the very same that I'm using for the perform script on server. And in the parameter, I'm going to do the param. and then I close the window. And I deactivate this because this is not what I want to do. I want to do the same scripts, but locally in a new window. The new window will simulate like you were doing this on server. Okay. So it simulates on server without to be on server. Okay. So now let's see what happened. So before we go, why it is good practice to have this parameter here? Why is not good practice to do this? Okay, why is not? Okay, first, let's say I'm debugging, and for a known reason, I modify this list here, and I'm very proud of myself. I modify this. I'm proud of myself. Everything works. My script is the best script in the world. You have nobody's seen a script as beautiful as this one. And then you deactivate this, you reactivate this, and you forgot to put the change you made here. And the P source doesn't work. It was working here, but it didn't work here. Because you modify your parameter in the debugger, but not for the real stuff. So you can stand there days before you realize, my gosh, I forgot to modify this like it was here. If you do like this, right, the same variable on both, and you modify this one, well, it will get sucked in because it doesn't care. When you reactivate this and deactivate this, you're good. Okay. You understand? So it's always good practice to put your parameter together and then you use them like this, always. Okay. So let's debug this for now and see what happens on server, right? So I'm going to select free. And now I'm using the debugger. I do this, okay. My parameter, okay. New window, perform script. So now this is the P source itself. Do I get my parameters right here? Do I get my list of project? Yes. Do I get my current account ID? Yes. Creating new. Do I'm setting the right field? Yes. I commit, I delete, and I close the window. Right? So the script on server worked very well, right? So I can deactivate this and activate this. And now I have back on my this will perform on server, right? And the advantage, like I said, that you never left this layout ever. The server did. The server went to the layout, created it did all the thing, it did the record. The server did, not you, right? Here I never left. I never leave. Never, right? And of course, you can leave this on stuff. The wait completion. That means you can tell the server, do it without waiting for it, right? It's even faster. So it will look like this. Delete, delete, boom. See, it got deleted a little bit, it deleted the thing after. You see, if you look closely, right? Those, if you click like this, it did this, boom, but it's so fast. So it's very fast. And you never left this layout. Do you have any questions?
Yes, we do. There we go. The list of variables is displayed. It's because of MBS. I think, well, like when you saw like the drop-down list of variables.
Oh yeah, this is MBS. Okay, so yeah, let's do a MBS stuff.
There are two server questions I want to grab real fast before we go to MBS.
Yeah, go.
Could you send the parameter account and parameter projects to PSOS, those two variables?
Yeah, so this is how you do. I mean, what you need to understand on the PSOS is when PSOS is like somebody on another computer log in FileMaker, open, right? Open, log in with your credential in another computer, with your credential, right? So that means I'm logged in like with admin, right? So it will log in with admin, okay, and it will open the file, go to the layout. I mean, you need to send everything back there because he had no clue what's going on in this one. He has no clue you set this up. He has no clue where you are. He has no clue. It's like another guy go to another computer, go to file, open, and the file. Okay. So you need to send to the scripts whatever parameter you want to send over there. So that's why I'm sending those two things there. When I'm there, he said, okay, what the parameter I need to take? This one and this one. Okay, and then you use them here, but that the server is doing this, not, it's on its own. That's why you need to send them that to over there. The server has no access to this from your computer. You need to send them everything. You need pretty much to tell the server what to do exactly. The scripts, the parameter you want to send, the layout you need to go, right? Because you have no clue. You have no clue you are in this record number one you have no clue or what anything. That's why you need to tell the server whatever need to. That's why you need to say go to the layout, get the IDs. But the advantage is this. When I'm going to do the new record and delete the record here, it will happen on the local machine where the file lives. So of course it's faster, right? I'm not in a remote. I'm not in my file here. Nothing happened here. That's why it's fast. Other question?
Yes. Could you use PSOS with callback to know the deletion was performed?
Of course. You want me to show you this?
Yes.
So I need to simulate, because it's so fast, it will be like boom, boom, right? So I'm going to simulate something longer, okay? Like, okay? I'm going to put a 10-second pause in the scripts to simulate, okay? So the big thing is the naming, how you name your stuff. So now I duplicate this and I say callback, right? This is the callback. Oh, cancel. Okay, let me remove this. Okay. So here you have the delete project, the PSOS delete project, and the callback delete project. So it's important to get to get the name like this. Otherwise, you're going to be lost. Okay. Okay. So let's say I want to do a callback. Okay. Here, instead of saying perform script on server, I'm going to say perform script on server with callback. Okay. Going to remove this one. So the first script I want to do is the PSOS, right? And then the callback scripts, it's a callback, right? And of course, here I need to send the parameters. So what this do? Okay. Performs the scripts. Where's the, I don't have, so this is a script, the PSOS script, the parameter of the PSOS script. This is a callback script, and eventually parameters, whatever. Okay. So what will happen? So what the callback will do? Okay. Well, show dialog, for example, you know. And you put like a one, okay. Right? So let's see how it works. I have this, and I'm going to delete this, right? Do you want to delete? Yes. We wait a little bit. Maybe 10 seconds is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Right? Delete complete. So what you need to know about the callback, right? It's how to deal with our variable and stuff like this, right? So maybe one day I can do a webinar on the callback, but it's very cool, actually, because even though let's say you do this, right? You delete the project, you leave the layout, right? It still work. It doesn't care. So what you need to make sure on the callback is that the callback, because the callback give you the freedom to leave that layout,
Mm-hmm.
or to leave the record. So make sure the callback doesn't depend on where you are at the moment the callback happened. You understand? Because otherwise, if you say, if the callback depends that you must be in that record, in that layout, in that table, but you decided to leave, right? And go to another, something completely different, and then the callback happened, and the callback need to know something, so that's why you cannot do that. So if you want, I can, let's fix, we have time? Yeah, we have time. Let's fix this here, how I can get this working again. Okay. The dialog here with the list of the project like it was before. How I can fix this, since now everything happened on server, so I don't know. Okay. So how I can do that? Well, very simple. I still have the IDs. So I am in this table here, in account table. And that's why I always have this transfer, I have always a link transfer IDs. I name like this. You can name it the way you want. And it's a global. I always have this, it's a field I use to get relationship working on the fly when I need it, In this case, I am in accounts, right? And this is what I want. Why is it not working? Okay. This is a J, account project, ID project, GTR. What is due? So this is on project, right? So I want to know from these accounts, okay? And the project ID I put in this field. So look this. So it's good because it's related to relationship, right? So let's say I select those three, right? Based on that
Yes.
big list,
Yes.
I select those three. So I want to isolate those three. I want to create my own silo with those three. Well, I do this. Hold on. I have my list of project ID here, right? And somewhere here, I'm setting the field, this field, with my list of projects selected. Okay? So, look this now. Click here, and this. Now, in this field, I have three IDs. So, I can do this. List using the relationship I created using that new transfer ID field, and this. This is my project selected. Right? So, I can modify this, and I change the list here, and I put this instead. Demo. I'm selecting training, compliance, inventory. Since I said that's why the ID is super cool, because I selected those three. I selected free ID based on that list of projects. Okay, so I set those variable. I'm setting a field with this, and with this field, I have a relationship working for this, right? And the relationship is going to give me the list of the projects only for the three that are selected here. So now, what I want to do, I want to delete this, right? And I want, let me open this. If I click delete, why didn't it work? Oh, yeah, I have my 10-second wait. And I want this dialog to show me the project blah, blah, blah has been deleted, right? So how I transfer that list from one script to another, okay? Well, when you hear, okay, so that's why the variable is good. When this script is, you run this script, this is performed, this script here go away, okay? So let me show you. Select this. I do delete. I say, okay, I have my relationship to grab the names. I see my names, okay? I click delete. And when this is performed, this go, right? All my variable and stuff, all gone, right? And now I have the callback script that comes 10 seconds later. And then I run this one. So how I can do this? Well, this is where variable is good. I have this variable, I'm setting this field, and then I'm doing another variable, and I said list of projects. And what is this? Well, is this. I'm gathering my list of projects in a variable, but in a global variable. And this dialog, instead of using the calc itself, well, let me put another like this. I'm using the variable itself instead. The list of project has been calculated already. I have the list of project names. They're here stored in a global variable. Okay. And now I'm going to my callback, and I say delete complete. Projects, and you put like 2 like this, and you put this. Okay, and you put this and quote this, right? Actually, you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
So now this global variable is stored. It's a global one. So it will stay. Okay, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, oops. I do this. I set the field to activate my relationship to get this. So now I have my list of project and my list of project names. This variable is here available to me. Okay. I'm doing this. I see my list of projects. And then I run this, I close this, but my variable list of project names still available. When the callback pops, I'm using that list of projects, right? And this will say, oh, yeah, I did a mistake here on the name. I forgot, yeah, I forgot this, this and this have been deleted correctly. Okay, okay. Why? And oh, I put here. Ooh. Okay. So let's do it again. Boom, 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 boom. debug, delete, my variable available, right? I show my list of projects. I say delete. I run this. My variable is available, right? So, sorry for that, right? List of project available. And now that the callback is available, sorry.
You're good.
No, it's because they come to deliver me my new bed, and they can't. They said, yeah, they say 4:30, and they came at 4, right? They cannot come later. So now my callback is there. My variable available, because it's a global variable, then this script can reuse it, even though those project has been deleted. This is how you send variable to one script, because don't count on it. It's not because the callback is part of that script that the callback will inherit anything of this unless it's a global. Because this is a complete different script. It's not part of this. Right? Marge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was muted. Yes. We have a question, follow-up question.
Yes.
Callback script could get parameter from the server to display a notification.
Okay, so this is a tricky part. Yeah, you can get no, you can't get any no, because when you do a perform script on server with callback, is like doing a perform script. It's like doing this. Where is the enable? No. Why I can't enable this? It's like doing this without the, with the off here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you are why I can enable the script though? Oh, here, enable. So when you have this off, you cannot do like set variable script result get scripts results, right? So let's do that, right? Let's do in this one exit script with hello. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I do this with the on, this is what happened. Show dialog. This is what happened. I run the scripts. I say delete. It deletes, and I will get the hello. Okay? Because it waited for the end of the script. If I untick this and I click there, I have nothing. Because when you have the off, impossible to get a script result from the previous script. Now, that being said, a performance return server with callback is like doing this, is like doing performance return server off. So the callback cannot receive any script results from the pieces. You need to know that.
Thoughts, everybody?
It's tricky.
It is.
Because the callback means it's like a on off, right? I mean, it's like a, let's say it's like the callback is like performance return server off with a notification when it's done. The callback, the performance return server with on is wait until it's done, wait for it, and then go to the next step. Look the difference. Okay, look the difference. When I click here, I go there, boom, 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 delete, boom, boom, boom. Look what happened here. I have the spinning wheel for 10 seconds. It's wait, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, you know, boom, and you go to the next step. Okay. Actually, I should deactivate this, right? But if you untick this, right, and you select here and you said delete, you go, delete, and boom, boom, boom. I don't wait, go, boom, gone. Because it doesn't wait the 10 seconds you said don't wait. You said don't wait. So it goes. The callback is like off with the notification that it's done. But it's not the same. It's not waiting. So that's why it's not, you know, you don't have the results. Okay? So maybe I'm going to remove this, you know, because I'm going to send you the file, so I don't want the file to be messed up.
Yes.
So do we have any question?
Someone's typing, which I'm going to let them finish typing. But otherwise, this was a cool. Yes, we are going to get the demo file. We are having people ask about the demo file.
Yeah, you're going to get the demo file, no problem. Yes, so long story short about this deletion and stuff. So the pieces, you know, so there's many tasks you want to do on pieces, right? Creation of records, deletion of records, replace values, triggering auto entry calculation, all of those things you want to do that on server, right? Because it's so slow, right? For example, let's take an example. I'm going to here to the let's go to the task, right? And I want to right. I have this status here. The status is based on, it's an auto entry based on the Boolean, right? So 0 inactive, 1 active, right? 0 inactive, 1 active. So let's say I'm going to, you know, omit So I'm going to do that on 500 records. So I'm going to blank this on 500 record, right? I'm going to blank 500 record. Right? And what do I do? I say blank a field. So do you want to wait? Or do you want to do like this?
I would rather do it like.
You see. So I have a pieces here. So I have a replace because I did that already. So I replace this by blank. You know, I want to do the same thing, but not for 500, for the whole set 1500. Okay?
Okay.
On server. That means go and replace the status blank. The same thing I was doing like ding, 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 ding like before. Okay, so go. Done.
That
Done.
is fantastic. Yes, I would prefer the
Okay.
much faster version, Nick.
Yeah.
Not the one where I have to sit there and wait for
Let's
like
say
a billion
I
years.
want to do something even worse. Okay. So I'm going there and I'm going to omit multiple. So I have 650, you know, and I want to get that the state is based on 0, 1, right? So I'm going to replace the boolean by itself. This is the way to activate the status, right? So do. Right? So I want to wait? No, we don't wait. We stop this, right? So we do a pieces, replace, and we replace boolean by itself. Okay? Okay. Boolean by itself. Pieces go. It's done. 1500 record. Right? So deletion, right? Creation of records. You know, for example, if you want to create quick demo, since we're here, you know, you want to create empty records, right? Empty records with this stuff, you know. Let's keep the default FileMaker stuff, right?
Yes.
And I'm here, and I want to create, I don't know, 1,000 records. Okay, so go to records. I want a loop, a new record, and exits loop if get record number equal 1,000. Okay. So let's say I'm doing that locally. Okay, so I just create empty record, right? Super slow.
Yep.
So what is my get record number? 15 records.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because look, Look, he's doing that.
Oh.
Well, okay, so we stop this. So
Mm-hmm.
here I have my record here, right? Okay, because I have some information here, right? So let's present that like this. So let's delete this, okay? Delete all records. And let's do this on a pieces. Create record. Bam. Right? Voila.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So now you understand why I'm doing everything on pieces, because all those things, right? So let's even delete all records. Okay. Yeah, that fast, because I said delete all. But if you want to delete, for example, I don't really want to do that, but if I want to delete that,
Mm-hmm.
if I want to delete that record, right? And I want to delete all the related records for that guy, it will take like forever, right? I don't have a copy of that file, so I don't want to. Whatever, I don't know. Maybe I can. Maybe I can do it. Yeah, I don't want, because I don't want to delete. But if I delete the this record and I delete all the related record, it will take like at least 3 minutes, at least, and it will be instant on server.
Yeah, that's an insane
Yeah.
time
So
save.
that's why and so what you need to know about, because people say, yeah, but you get your server busy. Yes, but no. So let me explain. When you do locally and you do this, create record look, and you do this, right? You are stressing your server. You stress your server, because the server is, because you say you have the IOs on your server, in and out, 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 forever, for hours. That will take hours at that speed to create records. It will take, so for hours you get your server busy creating records for hours, right? When If you do this on server, this is the amount of time you're going to get your server busy. This, boom, done. So for the server, you won't even see you won't even make a dent on the performance on the server. When making that, like all the IOs, okay, your client sending the server, hey server, create a record, okay, FileMaker, I just created the server here. I just created the record. Here, the info of the record that I just created. Thank you. I'm displaying it. So
Mm-hmm.
now create another one. Okay, I'm creating another one. Here, the record I just created. Here, the information. Okay, thank you, server. I'm displaying it. That's why it's slow. But when you do on server, right? You say, okay, oh, server, display that for me. Okay, create that for me. Bram, it creates, and then when it's done, boom, this is what, That's why you don't see every line coming. It's too fast. It's shook, right? You understand? So yeah, as much as possible, you need to do thing on server, and you don't have
Yes.
your user waiting for the data. By the way,
Yes, which is very nice, because the
yes,
more they wait, the more impatient they're going to be. People expect
yes,
stuff to be pretty instantaneous these days, so
yeah, but they are right.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not okay. There's things like you have the tolerance of waiting, right? So
Mm.
sometimes you have the tolerance, okay? So when you wait when you create a new record, when you hear, right, and you create a new record, and you say, okay, you need to wait. So 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, that will be an eternity,
Yes.
because it is expected that when you create a record, it's instant.
Yes.
Or when you say click, 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 like this, it's expected to be like this. But if you click, wait, boom, click, wait, boom, click, wait, no, this is unacceptable. But if you say, okay, generate 2,000 invoices to my client, and you say, okay, please wait, we generate the invoice for you. That is acceptable. You are generating something. So, okay, I accept that I have to wait. Okay, because you're doing a task for me. But new record, delete record, this is not a task. I mean, there's stuff that people want now, but generating 2,000 invoices obviously will never be instant, right? Even ChatGPT is not instant. It says, oh, analyzing, right? Which
That
is
makes
normal. It's doing
yes.
something,
It lets you
And
know. Yeah.
yeah, and until we have, like, I don't know, Mac Mini Quantic, right? And until then, we have to wait. But you have so sometime, my customer say, oh yeah, I spent 2 days to make this instant, right? And because it was worth it, the effort. Sometime I don't give a damn. Say, okay, yeah, I can, you know leave it as is. You click and you wait, or you use pretty much what I'm doing. I'm doing like I just show you, the performance suite on server with callback. And the message is, when you click and you have a message saying, okay, oh, I'm generating the invoice for you, 2,000 invoices. I'll let you know when it's done. Okay. You'll receive a notification when it's done, and when it's done, you have a window popping and say, hey, your invoice are done. Do you want me to show you? Because maybe the guy is somewhere else, right? So the window say, oh, do you want me to show the invoice I just created? Right?
Yes. No, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And sometimes, now I'm doing thing like, I'm putting in my layout, you have like a bell, the bell here on the top right.
Yes.
And you click here and you click on the bell and say, okay, oh yeah, what I'm doing? Oh, I'm generating this. What the server is doing? Yeah, I'm generating the invoice for you, right? And I'm updating this sometimes. Say, oh yeah, I generate like 500 invoices out of the 2,000 you wanted, right? So I'm 25% done.
So that way they like they at least feel like there's some visual feedback happening, so they grasp.
Yes,
Yeah.
but all of this, it's time consuming, because you need a UI,
Yeah.
you need a script to, every let's say every hundreds uh, uh, invoice you created, you need to say, hey, update that, right? Update that table with that record where you say, where you are, you know. So yeah, it's good because it makes the solution really, really professional, drive confidence, and by the end of the day, it helps you debugging. It helps you, because what I was using this on the previous project I was working on, and and the guy say, yeah, Nick, I have a problem. When I click here, he said that it's like 15 minutes that he says that is 12% done, right? And it didn't move since 10 minutes, right? So the 12%, it didn't 10 minutes without moving, right? So, and I have a I have something I want to show, but unfortunately, it's something that I'm using now on server. It's server related, and it's something FileMaker didn't anticipate we can use, and it changed my life. I really want to to do that. So I don't know if one day you have a
Well, you could do it Monday technically.
Monday.
Is,
Yeah, well,
Monday
yeah,
is whatever Nick
okay,
Freeform wants to do day.
no, because yesterday it saves my butt. It saved like at least it saved me a week of work.
Oh shit! Oh, I'm sorry, Jeremy. I just apologize for the video editing, man. I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
so that's
swear.
why I really want to show you that, it won't take long. It's not that complicated, but it's a really, really nice side effect of a FileMaker script step. And I don't think FileMaker anticipate that the way I use it.
No, I think
So
I'll look forward to seeing that on Monday. All right.
yes, yeah. So Monday we do that and other shenaniganry, like we said.
Yes, absolutely.
Have you never been to this restaurant in Sunnyvale or Santa Clara, Shenanigan?
No, I have not. Should I make the trip?
You need to go there.
Okay, I'm gonna make a note to go visit that then.
It's on the Great America, in Santa Clara.
Yeah, I know where Great America is. Yeah, okay, so it's
Yeah,
close
so
by.
you go there and Shenanigan. You have it's a restaurant. It's a typical American restaurant. It's very nice. It's good food. It's good quality.
Okay, I'll make a note to go visit that then. Cool.
There's some stuff I miss from California.
Yes. All right, cool. I think I'm gonna wrap this up, Nick. Thank you very
Okay.
much. Thank you for doing this Dexter Day. We will see all y'all on Monday.
Okay, see you on Monday.
Bye.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Yeah, have a good 4th of July for my fellow Americans out there. And for the Europeans, enjoy the day off.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
No.